Hi, good morning. It's me, Sam. I'm back with another video. Last week, I talked about basically my medical condition is more of a ankylosing spondylitis, and I want to touch up a little bit more on the ankylosing spondylitis disease, also called the AS. It's a type of arthritis that basically fuse the spines. If you can look at the picture here, so the normal picture, you get all these little things here that allows your movement of your spines. But when it's fused, it's really basically that the bone just basically connects it to each other, and you no longer have any more movements. And currently, I'm at the point that where my spine is more of a S shape at the moment because during the time when I had my hip surgery, um, on the right side, I was actually laying down on the left side a lot, where the back curvature just kind of curved towards this way, and it allows the spines to um, shape more towards the left side of my body. And what it also is creating, my doctor said it's creating a shape called the S shape. And the ankylosing spondylitis is usually also have another name called, such as the bamboo spine, as you can see with all these little uh, joints connected, hence the name of the bamboo. So it's pretty bad when it flares up. The inflammation when it flares up, it hurts tremendously. Um, while I was having these conditions flare up at the time, um, I was undergo a lot of medications, a lot of non-steroid anti-inflammatory drugs, as well as a lot of the pain medicines, um, very strong pain medicines, opioids, like Vicodins, and later my doctor changed to Tylenol with codeine, and actually what that also caused another issue was Tylenol. Um, it goes through the liver, and it caused my liver to have a flare up as well. The medication caused hepatitis, so um, I have to go on a different medication for that as well. So there's just a whole host of issues. Um, so um, back into the ankylosing spondylitis. Let me just give it a quick disclaimer. I forgot about that. I am not a medical professional. Everything that I talked about are mainly conditions that is my own medical experience, and my own medical, again, my own medical adventure, medical um, searching for treatments, and all that stuff. So if you have any medical questions, medical needs, please contact your doctor or pharmacist for any questions and treatments of your own. So anyway, my ankylosing spondylitis condition did not really just affected the spine, but it also affected the four major joints on my body, as well as the shoulders, both shoulders, and maybe both hips. Um, as early as in my early 20s, it has gotten bad enough that my hips cannot, pretty much I cannot stand on my hip anymore. So in my early 20s, the diagram here shows pretty much how bad the ankylosing spondylitis can eat up all your white bones. What do you call that? The cartilage is where the movement happens in the loops. So once those are eaten up, basically the bone is like a rock. So you're hitting bone to bone. It really hurts tremendously. So again, in my early 20s, I had the two surgery, um, and this is the material. This is how it is like. So the bones get cut up at this part, and this part of the bone also got cut up, and it replaced with this piece. This is the cup. So this cup, with a couple of screws attached to the bone here, and this is this is the rotating cup. So it allows the movements of the hip. Now at this point, I am no longer in pain, at least in this area, but my the inflammation still affects other part of the body. And this is what the actual material looks like. Again, this the cup. Um, when my doctor operated on me, he said I was the youngest patient he had replaced the hips on. And the good thing was that he said the materials at the time that he used on me is a very new material. It technically should last much longer. Um, the older material, he said, usually lasts about 10 years, and then you got to get a replacement. But he said this can get to anywhere from 15 plus. Uh, but lucky enough, maybe because of my condition, I'm not a very active person. So the material actually lasts much longer than that. Right now, I would say it's going on maybe 20, 25 plus years already. So, which is good. I mean, I'm not looking for another cut up of my body if I don't really have to. It's a very tough major surgery. I was in the hospital for the first time I believe I was in the hospital for 8 days. The second hip I was in there for 9 days, and I had some complications on the second one. So moving on, in the later 2000s, 2010, 2011, um, my shoulders actually start hurting before that, but in the 2010, 2011 is when I actually had both of the shoulder surgery. So I was not able to bring my shoulders up this high. It started hurting a lot more than you can even imagine. So, this ankylosing spondylitis thing is quite bad. Regardless of the medication that I'm on, I was on Remicade. It's a biologic medication, which actually worked out quite well for a good maybe 6, 7 years, and that has to be infused either at a doctor's office or a hospital or a facility that does that. Um, that actually the Remicade, it's a biologic medication that actually suppresses the immune system. Hence, it's what they call the immune suppression medications, and if you have any uh, sickness, like if you have any disease, any flu, any cold, and particularly the last couple of years, as we all know, the COVID-19. It's actually quite scary because the your immune system is suppressed, and we're not able to fight the disease as good as any other normal people, and that's what these medications does. The overactive immune system, that's exactly what it does. It actually rises the immune system, and these medications just suppresses it. Now, a lot of people, well, according to the documentations, these medication actually suppresses it to a much lower immune response than any other normal person. But I don't know, in my own experience, it seems to kind of worked out to my advantage because I felt like I was better in every way, including having a cold, a flu. It actually got over my cold and flu much quicker than even before. Um, I don't know the full scientific um, ins and out of these medications, but it seems to kind of suppress my immune system just to the normal range as everybody else. Oh, that could be that's just my own speculation. So I don't know. You gotta ask your doctor, because my doctor. I also mentioned that to my doctor, and then she said a lot of people has told her that when they were on these medications, their colds and flus were actually much milder than before. So anyway, back to the shoulder replacement. Um, Somehow there's two type of shoulder replacement. My doctor actually put both on me. There's one that's the normal one, and this one is called the inverse. Um, I really don't know what the differences are. The round thing on this one is actually attached to the shoulder. This one, the round the round thing is attached to here. So um, I don't know what the difference are, but both movements are a little bit different. I can reach further back with one hand, but I can reach uh, higher with the other hand. So Um, anyway, whatever works for, whatever the doctor said was good for me, then that's what I went with. So, again, ankylosing spondylitis, it doesn't happen to everybody, and it's mostly, from what I read, is really genetic. Um, Mainly kind of passed on from from parents to kids. It happens more in men than women's, from what I read. Um, but my dad does have ankylosing spondylitis as well, and he is pretty severe. But I think I was more severe than he is. So he had a lot of pain as well, with some spine issues. So anyway, so the gene that is passed on is called the HLA-B27. I am positive with that. Doctor has tested. So that's why I have these, the disease that kind of affects my bones, unfortunately. So, and then again, this just a repeat of, the things is, it mainly fuses the spines, and it causes reshaping of your vertebrae. And again, for me, it not only affects the four joints, but right now I have two rib cage here that is also seeing some arthritis in here, according to the X-rays and all that stuff. Um, but it did not affect my other joints, the hips and all that stuff, which is good. So anyway, again, these are I have mentioned that my hip actually lasted me for 28 years, which is good. I do need a replacement sometimes down the line. I'm not hoping that to be soon, but then again, I don't want to have to go through a major surgery like that when I get too old. So I don't know yet. Maybe in the next 5 years or so, I would probably need a new replacement because I right now I'm feeling some tinglings and things like that on my right hip already. So anyway, that's the main cause of my ankylosing spondylitis. Oh, okay. One other thing about the ankylosing spondylitis that kind of cause other issues that I want to actually talk about later on is as it fuses my back, my rib cage also got from the back of the spine where or the rib cage is attached. It's also fused. So which means at this current point, my my chest cannot expand as when a normal person breathes, their chest expands about 2 inches, I believe, and giving them more room for the lungs to absorb the oxygen. Um, I don't have that capacity at the moment. It is fused together and there's no movement. So when I breathe, it literally just kind of maybe move a little bit. The front of the front here, it's still moving slightly, but other than that, it is limiting my lung capacity as well. So hence it's called the restrictive lung disease. So uh, it's just bad all around. So when I don't know about other people, you guys how your experience are and how bad your ankylosing spondylitis has gotten. Hopefully, you guys can find better treatments than I have. I started when I was very young. I don't know what age. It could come up pretty much any age. So uh, hopefully, these conditions does not affect you as bad as uh, I am. So if you'd like to share, please you can leave me a message below, and hopefully we can share some of our experience and what you have done to kind of help improve yourself. As for me, medication wise, is it's been a lot of the non-anti-inflammatory drugs, a lot of the pain drugs, and Vicodins and all that. Steroids. Doctor have given me a lot of injection shots in the back. Right now, I am on Cimzia biological medications, the also immunosuppressant. Um, it's been going on for about 6, 7 years again. I might be needing a different medication soon. I'll be seeing my doctor um, again soon. And I've been trying a lot of herbals and acupunctures to trying to relieve some of the pressures and hopefully slow down the progressions. Um, uh, and here are some, things that I wish I have known better is to get better understanding of the condition. Back in the old days when internet was not as widely used. Basically, the book is a little more is where you can actually find these information. Now it's all over the internet. You can find it from anywhere, government sites or medical facility sites. John Hopkins Clinic, Cleveland Clinics. All these sites can WebMD. Everybody has information on that. But there's ongoing new researches on treatments, and hopefully to come up for some better, newer treatments. If I knew better, what the vitamin D is, it's awesome. Vitamin D helps strengthening the bones. Eat a lot more healthy foods lower the inflammations. You can look that up. Um, Learning about more on the conditions hopefully can help you kind of navigate your conditions more. Exercise. After school, I seem to stop doing a lot of exercise, but now as I get older, um, I don't have much energy. So, exercise is really the key to build up my energy and confidence to do things. So, exercise is really a major key. And it helps releases the pain. Of course, after the exercise, the the whole body just feels better in general, much better. So, exercise. Again, this is how I shape my back into the kind of more like an S shape. I would, if I knew, I would have lied flat. So that would probably help me reshape my back to more of a straight uh, uh, fusion than the S shape. So anyway, um, that's just my experience with my ankylosing spondylitis. There are a lot more condition that it affects, so I'm gonna maybe go touch up into more of those later on. Like the lung and other conditions. So anyway, I'm gonna stop it on this video. That's really all I wanted to talk about, and thank you for watching. If you like the video, please give me a like. Subscribe. We can share information on how um, what it's done good, what is bad for these. So if you can just leave me a message, I'll be glad to reply, and we'll share some information if we can. Oh, again, I'm not a doctor. If you have any medical needs, your medications, what's good, what's new, talk to your doctor. They can definitely guide you into the right directions. Again, thank you very much. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye.